that I got from online.
All right.
It says,
Sweet.
what are the advantages and disadvantages of investing in real estate? So I guess let's start. What do you want to start with first? The pros or the cons?
I don't know.
I feel like there'd be less cons than there are.
Disadvantage?
Yeah.
All right. So I guess a disadvantage is that you're putting your money, you got to have capital to put money down on a real estate investment.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be eliminating some opportunity cost in other ways by putting your money into that product. But I don't know that that's a disadvantage. It's an investment.
Well, I also found a way to not do that. I found it on TikTok. Actually, surprisingly, the one time that I was like on TikTok, I found this guy. Oh, I remember how I found it. I was like looking at real estate people on TikTok for you to get ideas of what they were doing.
Right.
And this guy was saying like find a hard money lender that's like reputable, and then take their money, buy a real estate property, and then fix it up, rent it out, and then after like 12 months, go back to the bank, get some sort of like check for the building, and then pay back your lender, and then you take whatever's the profit is also the rent or something like that. I don't know.
It's a weird strategy, and it's a risky strategy because these hard money lenders charge far higher interest rates.
Yeah.
And if you don't execute the thing perfectly, then you're gonna be. It's like you've taken a loan from the mob.
Yeah. Well, see, I heard it, and I was like, okay, it sounds good, and then I started thinking about it, and I just sat there for like 10 minutes thinking. I'm like, okay, how could you do this? And I'm like, that just sounds risky. It's like, because what he wants you to do is he wants you to buy his course. So that way you know how to do it. And then it takes off the stress of doing it, but it still doesn't take out the risk. It's still risky.
Yeah.
So
I guess.
Anyways, back to the disadvantage.
If we're talking about a disadvantage of investing in real estate, I mean, you got to manage your real estate.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take care of the product. You got to take care. You got to maintain the people that you put in it.
Yeah.
You got.
What if you get like a house that has more problems than you originally realized?
Then you didn't educate yourself enough about the product.
Yeah.
You didn't get involved enough to care, and now you got all these problems because you had an opportunity to inspect.
Mm-hmm.
You had an opportunity to do your due diligence in the situation. So
those people like on HGTV where they're like, oh, we bought this house to flip and it has these problems. Do they already know that, or they
don't likely know that, but it's an entertainment value too. Like they might know that, but then when they're pulling the ceiling down and the whole ceiling comes down on them, like that's just like negligence of some kind. Mm-hmm. But obviously they're going for some entertainment value there too. Mm-hmm. So I don't really trust anything that I see on any of those types of shows. I would call most of those shows 90% scripted.
Oh yeah, probably.
Like, oh my gosh, look at what we got to do now. Like, they had the opportunity to evaluate that. So if they were silly enough to not get in there and inspect it and educate themselves about the investment product that they're buying, then they weren't professional about it.
Okay. Well, I got another one. Yeah. I'm gonna throw another one at you. What if you get like, say you get a fourplex, and then you just have problems renting it out? Is that also just not researching it enough?
Well,
I'm just saying. I'm just asking.
All right. So the way that I would go about it, if I had an empty 4-unit place, the way that I would go about that is I would enter into a contract with the person. I would fully lease the place up before I go to closing, and there would be contingency in the contract that if I don't, until I get it full, I don't close. So if I don't have it fully rented to a certain percentage, I don't close the deal. They allow me to get in there, secure the leases that I want at the rates that I want, and once it's full up to the percentage that we agree on, then I go to close.
Yeah. Isn't that kind of risky though? Like if you're I don't really know much about doing this, but like if you're leasing out 4 units in like a fourplex, you have to fill them before you sign. But like, what if the deal falls through?
If for some reason the financing falls through,
what happens to the people though?
So the people, if that's an agreement, then the owner of the property that still holds title would then assume that that's all his. Then it'll be all his. Now he may then repackage that up and try to sell it to somebody else, or he may just collect because we're doing all the work for him. Mm-hmm. We're doing all the work. So it's nothing but the benefit of the seller. If he's got an empty fourplex and he's selling to me, he's probably selling to me at a discount. Number
Probably.
one,
Yeah.
Because he's hard up because all of his tenants walked out on him. He's not in a great situation.
Yeah, it's not cash flow.
Right. So like no, he's drowning.
Yeah.
His debt service, he's drowning.
Yeah.
So when he gets me involved and he wants me to buy it, we've negotiated a price. We've negotiated the opportunity for me to fill the place up, and but and me secure my situation before I actually take ownership of it. Mm-hmm. That's how I would fill that situation.
Gotcha. Yeah. That makes sense. All right. So what are the advantages? There's a ton of advantages.
Well, the advantages is that you own real estate.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
You have a secure investment product.
Mm-hmm.
You have a secure investment product as long as you take the care needed of the actual real estate and the people that decide to pay you. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to win.
Gotcha.
The moment that you don't take care of your product and you don't take care of your people, you're going to lose. Mm-hmm. That's in life. Yeah. If you don't take care of your stuff and you don't take care of the people in your life, then you're going to lose. You're going to lose.
Yeah.
Simple.
Sense. Yep.
Basic. That's basic stuff. So like that's we don't have to go any further. Like that's it. Is the advantages is that you have real estate, take care of your stuff, take care of your people.
Always going to go up.
You're going to be good.